And good morning, everybody out there in the world. It is Week 16, Championship Week. If you're lucky enough to have Alvin Kamara, Mike Evans, Tom Brady, congratulations, you've already won. For the rest of you, we will be here for you this morning to help you, help guide you if you don't have those guys. My name is Jason. I'm at BFTG Jason. With me, as always, he's on baby duty. He might not answer, but it's at Dirty Jobs 21. That's Mike. And then with me, as sometimes, we've got at Justin FF, Toilets for Titles. Justin, how are you on Week 16? It's almost over, man. It sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. It's I already know what I'm going to do with all my time. My wife has already told me, but I'm feeling pretty good about this week, though. I still have 4 leagues going where I have something to play for, and all 4 of them have started off pretty good for me. And now I'm realizing that the Happy New Year YouTube video I had playing in the background is on a commercial, so I apologize for that.
That lady looks like she has serious issues. I don't know what that. She's got to get some medicines. Oh man, you know what? It's Week 16. Why would we have our stuff together? Look, I just tweeted at one of our co-hosts to remind him that we actually are doing a show today. So George will be with us probably shortly. He was on Twitter this morning, and we already have a good morning from Dana. You knew she would be in the championship if you've listened to us give her advice every week. It really didn't matter what we said for Dana because Dana had stars all across the board. So it was like, do I want this 30-point guy or this 30-point guy this week? So you knew Dana would be here this morning. Justin, how was your Christmas? Did you get everything you were hoping for?
Oh yeah, the kids had a really good Christmas. That's pretty much all you could hope for when you have kids. So
absolutely, yep. Yeah. We well, my kids are spoiled. What can I say? Like, we grew up in a house where my parents had to work 2-3 jobs constantly to make ends meet, and I can't say we ever went without anything because they really tried to give us the best they could possibly do. But when they're working 2-3 jobs, how great could that be? So, like, I'm lucky enough to work at a place that gives me a nice, not lavish but decent lifestyle, and I make sure my kids go. Like, I go overboard, especially on Christmas. It's one of the reasons why George and I do Toys for Tots every year, is because I know what it's like not to get as much as you'd like or a lot. And I have no idea what it's like to get nothing. And I'd never want my kids to feel that. And I don't really want any other kid to feel that either. So it was good Christmas. I got a new background. I got a Tampa Bay BB-8 and they're going to the playoffs. We've had 4 games already. We're going to the playoffs for the first time since Gruden was our coach.
Yeah. I heard that was the longest active streak for a team at that point.
Second longest. The Browns. So when they break theirs, it'll be the Jets, but the Browns and then the Bucks, and then it'll be the Jets. We had a 10-win season with Raheem Morris, but we needed 11 wins that season to get into the playoffs, so didn't quite make it. Wanted to let you know, if you give us a call at 205-797-5337 or 205-79-SLEEP, you can call and get a hold of us and jump right in on the questions. I'm not sure what to it's only a small amount of teams that can make it this week. So we may not get a ton of questions. We'll play it by ear, but we do already have one, which is T. Higgins or Cole Beasley. And should I bench A.J. Brown due to the wind and snow? Play Gibson and McKissick. So there's a lot of questions there, and I'm not sure, would you bench A.J. Brown for Cole Beasley? I guess I'm going to go that way.
Yeah, I think I would put them. I'm still not going to play Gibson just yet. I don't think. I think I would still rather play McKissick over Gibson if that's an option. And then it's A.J. Brown, Cole Beasley, T. Higgins in that order for me.
Yeah, I think I'm there too. I don't know.
I don't know if that helps answer the question. because of the way it's working.
Because the way it's asked. Justin, if you can re-ask that question in a way that we know how many people you can actually start, and we'll get back into it. And so Dana, I guess, lost by 0.06, and she's playing Justin for third. So since you're playing Dana, I want you to start Gibson and Higgins. The check cleared. It's fine. All right. So we already have 2 phone calls, Justin. So we're going to jump right into one of them.
Sounds good.
Caller, you're on with the Blitz. What's your name? Where are you from? Happy championship week, bud.
Good morning, sleepers. It's Bobby Pigskins in Hopewell Junction, New York.
Bobby, it has been a while, man. Where have you been?
I've been dealing with a lot of sadness because I got eliminated in almost every league that I'm in. Because I had a lot of early picks. So I had Zeke and Chris McCaffrey and James Conner on almost every single team. So I ended up not making it to the playoffs.
Not a great season, no.
I'm actually just calling to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you guys, and good luck in your championships.
Thanks, Bobby. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's good to hear from you.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, yeah. Peace out, y'all. Talk to you next year.
Yes, sir. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. And we have another caller on. Caller, you're on with the Blitz. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Gabriel from South Florida.
Hey, Gabriel. How's it doing, man? Is it cold there where you are? Because it's been kind of cold here where I am up in Central Florida.
Yesterday, it was pretty cold, but today it's nice. It's like 65, 70. So.
Yeah, that's
I feel so sad for you guys from here in Central Indiana.
I mean, the thing is when it's 80 on Monday and 30 on Tuesday, it's pretty damn cold.
I guess, but at least you still have 80.
That's true.
I go from 30 on Monday and 30 to 15 on Tuesday.
Yeah. So, what can we do for you, Gabriel?
All right. So here is my situation. So I'm a team that had Christian McCaffrey, Joe Mixon, Kenny Galladay, Devontae Parker switching from Fitz to Tua. So I've had a lot of restructuring of my roster. So I won the semifinals. I got a bye, and I won the semifinals. So now I'm in the finals. Yesterday I started Jeff Wilson, so that was a good thing. My opponent started Nelson Aguilar, and he's up. Right, he has 4 players already played. He's up 63, and I have 27.4. So my question to you is that I think I need more upside because he has Tyreek Hill, he has Stephon Diggs, he has some good upside players. So my first question to you guys is Jalen. I mean, this is probably a question you've heard all week. So Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen? Who would you guys go with?
I don't want to get removed from the show, so I'm going to say Josh Allen. Because if I said anything besides Josh Allen, Mike would rightfully bounce me. But you can't at this point. You can't bench Josh Allen. I don't think.
I can.
Justin,
I can.
Okay, go for it.
I can bench him because Josh Allen's playing the Patriots. If you look at the schedule of the Patriots all season and all of the quarterbacks that they've gone up against, I believe even Josh Allen earlier in the season, they have completely stuffed quarterbacks. I don't know what it is and why quarterbacks just fold under pressure to the Patriots, but quarterbacks do not score fantasy points against the Patriots. Jalen Hurts, on the other hand, he scores fantasy points. He's got the same legs as Josh Allen, if not younger and more athletic, if that's even possible. So I'm going with Jalen Hurts.
So because Mike's probably on baby duty, I'll do it. All right, George, what are you thinking?
Good morning. That's what I'm thinking. Good morning.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
I'm actually going to agree with Justin here.
All right, so I'm doing the show solo now.
One for Josh Allen. It's a fantastic matchup for Jalen Hurts.
Did we lose George? George looks to be podcasting live from the jungle, so he may go in and out depending on if any chimpanzees are eating his face at the moment. But what you've got is 2 people saying Jalen Hurts and 1 saying Josh Allen. So I guess we're suggesting to roll with Jalen Hurts.
Gotcha. Okay. So right now I have Allen Robinson starting in my wide receiver 1 position, and then in my wide receiver 2 I have Russell Gage. We play with 2 flex. So right now, with the news from the Browns, I have Austin Hooper in one of those flex, and I have, just for the upside, hopefully this happens, I'm not sure, but Jalen Reagor in the flex as well, stacking him with Hurts. On my bench, though, I have Robbie Anderson, I have Tony Pollard, Mike Davis, and John Brown. Any changes there?
Justin, I'd probably play Mike Davis over Jalen Reagor, but what do you got, Justin? Is Justin now frozen too? All right, this is gonna be a fun morning.
He might be.
All right,
Am I frozen?
No, you're good, George. So he's got Hooper and now Justin's gone. We've got Hooper and Jalen Reagor in. On his bench, he's got Mike Davis, Robbie Anderson. Who was the third guy?
Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard. So to me, I'm probably playing Tony Pollard and Mike Davis over both Hooper and Reagor, but I know why you're playing Hooper with all the wide receivers being out in Cleveland. George, what are you thinking?
I'm going with Pollard, and I'm also going with Mike Davis.
That's where I was leaning to. I
kind of like I like Reagor. Don't get me wrong, I do, but I think I want to take the guaranteed touches with those two, with Mike Davis and Tony Pollard.
All right, I brought Justin back in. The question is, if you didn't hear it, just in case, the question's going to be, he's got Reagor and Austin Hooper right now playing. He can start Mike Davis, Tony Pollard, or Robbie Anderson in those spots. My suggestion was to play the 2 running backs, Mike Davis and Tony Pollard, over Hooper and Reagor. But what say you?
I don't know about Mike Davis this week because of that Washington defense.
That's a good point.
Pollard, though, I actually, it's insane to say, but I'm in a championship with Zeke, and I'm considering benching him because of Pollard, and it hurts to say. So I think I would still go ahead and stick with Pollard, but I do love Austin Hooper this week. He's going to be the only receiving option out there, so I don't know if you can start both of them, if that's an option.
It's a flex spot, so I'd assume so. So you're saying Hooper and Pollard. I like that idea. I'll jump to your side. So we have 2 on one side. I'll say Hooper and Pollard as well, and that's what you should roll with.
So just to throw a wrench in here, I am starting because I started Jeff Wilson already. So in my other RB spot, I have Le'Veon Bell, and then I'm starting. So you think I should leave Le'Veon Bell in there and start Hooper and Pollard
over Mike Davis against the Redskins? I mean, it's not like Le'Veon Bell's getting it done, but I think he has a higher upside.
Yeah, I think there's potential for him to get it done this week.
Yeah, they're playing the Falcons. The Falcons can't stop anybody.
Right, and that's mostly in the passing game, but without CEH there, Bell is also the receiving back. So
yeah, exactly.
So you're saying leave Le'Veon Bell and then keep Hooper in there, but replace Reagor with Pollard. That's what you guys are saying.
Yep. And I do want to commend you too, because I just listening to your team, I am super impressed you made it to the championship. Like you have with all the guys you've lost, and just to be blunt, like I think the other guys got a ton of upside. Like his team seems pretty stacked, although it sounds like he hasn't had such a great start. But he's got some studs on that side, on the other side there. But the fact that you made it with all of those guys out, and you're talking about starting Jalen Reagor and Austin Hooper in the championship, like super mad props. Like, how they give out Coach of the Year? I think you might be Fantasy Coach of the Year.
Yeah, and I want to throw something. What was that?
I told my friend yesterday I'm playing chess, not checkers, because I just like so many different moving pieces last weekend and this weekend. So like so I have Stance in my tight end spot. So like, do you think I should maybe replace Hooper with him, or just leave him and play Hooper in my flex?
Who was that?
He has Fant, so he's
Who's Fant playing? Who's Broncos have this week?
the Chargers.
Chargers.
I think I'm playing Fant.
I think for this week, yeah, I'd still leave Austin Hooper in that flex though, because I think they're both going to do really well.
Yep.
I think you got a shot. I mean, like just like Jason said, this is incredible that you've gotten to this point. I got to commend you. But I want to go back real quick. Josh Allen's worst game of the season was against the Patriots in Week 8. He only had 154 passing yards, no touchdown, 1 interception, and only 23 rushing yards. He did have a rushing touchdown that saved his day, but he still only got about 12 fantasy points, depending on your scoring.
Yeah.
That was a lifetime ago, though.
Yeah.
You're right, it was. But that's how they've been against all season.
Yeah.
I think I'm playing Hurt. I'm gonna play Hurt just because he's in a dome as well. There's no issue, with the cold or snow or the weather like that. So, I mean, I just need the upside because, like I said, like literally yesterday's game was a heartbreaker. Like Nelson Aguilar had 11 points in the last 2 minutes. He scores that Hail Mary pass, and he goes up to 29 points. So,
yeah,
that's why I just need the most upside today. So, try to keep up with that.
Yeah, it's a killer. Definitely a killer.
So I play 2 leagues, and I'm actually in finals in both my leagues. So I just have one more question for my other league. Sorry about that.
No worries. Go ahead.
So right now, with the news from the Browns, in my running back 2 spot, I have Kareem Hunt in. But my other options are Bell, Dobbins, Mike Davis. Those are my other options.
I'm sticking with Kareem Hunt because he will be a reliable pass catcher out of the backfield, and they don't have any pass catchers, so I'm staying with Hunt.
Yeah, I agree. And if you can have a second option there, I have a strong feeling about Dobbins. I think Dobbins will have a good game here out of the rest of them.
Okay, so my wide receiver 1, I have Ridley. My wide receiver 2, I have Diggs. My flex right now, I have Woods. But I could slot in Dobbins for Woods if if you think that might work. And I have Deontay Johnson in my bench too, my flex.
I don't know. Woods is consistent, so I think if you need the higher floor, I think Woods has the safer floor against Seattle. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm still going to stick with Woods if it's between Woods and Dobbins.
Me as well. That's what I was going to say.
I'm going Woods as well. He's just been super, super consistent all year, and I'm concerned with Dobbins that we may see some Gus Edwards on the goal line, vulturing those touchdowns.
So Woods over Deontay Johnson.
Yes.
God, this team is stacked.
Yeah, this is the opposite of your last team.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Deontay Johnson is on a Steelers team that is kind of slowly falling apart, and Big Ben is slowly withering away right before our eyes, and they get a tough Colts defense. So yeah, I would stick with Woods.
Yeah, I've got to say too, Justin, you called it weeks ago that the Steelers team was about to implode, and that couldn't have been more true last week against the Bengals.
Yeah, 3 in a row. I didn't see this for sure. I knew they weren't a Super Bowl caliber team like they were on paper.
You mean like the Bucks?
No.
Yeah, they're exactly like the Bucks.
Yeah. Yeah. No, seriously, like they really are. They're they play good against bad competition and struggle against good competition.
No,
so.
I think if the Bucks played, I know they wouldn't because they're a different conference, but if they played each other in the playoffs, I think the Bucks could easily take the Steelers at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
one of them has momentum and the other one doesn't.
I think the Dolphins could take the Steelers at this point.
Yeah, I hope so.
Depending on how soon they put
Dolphins
Tua
could
in.
take the Bucks and the Steelers.
We took Tua out. I mean, it depends. You're going back to Tua, who I don't know, man.
Hey, listen.
I guess
Listen, Coach said if we need to throw in a relief pitcher in the 9th inning, we'll do it.
Yeah, greatest backup quarterback in the league.
Absolutely.
That's why we got him.
I hope he's a Colt next season.
he ain't going nowhere.
All right. So did we get you squared away?
Yeah, you guys did. Thank you guys so much.
All right, man.
Awesome, Gabriel. Good luck this weekend, man.
And Happy New Year.
All right. Hey, you too, guys. Thanks.
Yep. All right, and we've got another call. We're going to roll right into that. Caller, you're on with the Blitz. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, my name's Jerry. I'm from North Carolina. How are you guys?
Good, man. Good.
Jerry, we could have never guessed North Carolina with that accent.
Oh, yeah.
What can we do for you this week?
How you doing this Christmas weekend? What can we do for you?
I'm in my semis. Oh, sorry about that. I'm in my semis in a league, and I lost Landry to the Rona. I have Bell, Brandon Cooks, Kute, and Hines, and C.D. Lamb. I need a flex out of those, unfortunately. Watson's my quarterback, if that makes any difference. That's a half PPR.
All right, read those names back one more time.
What? Please.
Okay, so I've got Bale, Brandon Cooks, Kute, Hines, and C.D. Lamb.
And
I
Watson's
think I'm leaning Brandon Cooks.
That's where I was going to stack it up.
Yeah, and I'm not even thinking about the stack. I just of the ones you listed, I think that would be the one I would choose, regardless of the quarterback.
Yeah, and I missed Cook the first time you said it, and I was gonna say QT, but then when you read it back and said Cooks, I mean, yeah, you got to go with the number one. So I just like their matchup this week too.
Yep,
absolutely.
Oh yeah, I like that matchup too. I really think Bale's going to get volume today, though.
It's possible, but it's not like he's been hyper efficient with what he's gotten. I don't know. So, do you need upside or floor? The guy you're playing against do you need it? So, I would say upside.
Basically, did you play against Alvin Kamara?
No.
Did you play against Alvin Kamara or Mike Evans?
I played against Goblin and Murray yesterday, and they done pretty well. But I've got Watson, Allen Robinson, Cup, Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones. I had Waller, and now I need to flex. I'm starting Cleveland's defense.
Yeah, I think
what? I'm going to switch. I think you're play it safe. Go with Bell. I've changed because of.
I was going to say you have a lot of upside guys. I think Bell is a safe floor with that. Yeah, with that lineup you've got, I think you've got a lot of upside, and I think Bell can be a safe floor for you. So you have a good team. So maybe you don't need Cooks as a boom.
Yeah, I mean, I'm convinced. I'm okay with that. I think you're fine. And last week he had 62 yards and a touchdown. So the touchdown really saved his day from being like just a very mediocre high end RB3 week. But there's potential for a touchdown this week too.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that Atlanta defense in a way. I know one of you guys said that they can't stop nobody, but they've been pretty efficient against the run. I think they finished like in the top 10 fantasy against the run.
So there's a couple of teams.
Ball out the backfield.
There's a couple of teams, and I'll mention the Bucks in this, even though they're like the number one run defense. There's a couple of teams where they play well against the run because nobody runs against them. Because why would you? Right? Like if you can pass the ball on, I never understand why teams go back to the run against teams that are 31st against the pass. why not light them up for 10, 15, 20 yards at a time? And that's what happens to the Falcons as well. But what you see a lot of times with the Chiefs, and it happens with a lot of these teams, is you'll pass the ball, somebody will save a touchdown down at the 1 yard line, and then Le'Veon Bell will fall forward for a touchdown. Now, that doesn't look good on his stats, and that makes the Falcons a good team against the run because they only allowed 1 rushing yard, one carry, 1 yard, 1 touchdown, but it's 6 points, right? So I think that's going to be on the table for Le'Veon this week.
Plus, there's no reason to believe that there's no reason for me to believe that the Falcons are going to have a chance in this game. And if they're down early enough, there's going to be that I think that whole third quarter is going to be Le'Veon Bell running the ball to run the clock down. So you're going to get garbage time rushes from him in the third, and then garbage time rushes from that other cat in the fourth. I don't think this is even going to be a close game at all.
That's good.
I'm not too worried about Dexter Williams.
I was it kind of blowed my mind. I was like, how can they be so good against the run? I didn't even think about that point you made. If you're throwing against them, of course they're going to have good stats against the run.
Yeah, it's
well that and
go ahead, George.
So that and Le'Veon Bell, like the one thing you want from the Chiefs is their pass catching back. And Le'Veon Bell is a hell of a pass catching back. So even if he's not heavily involved in the run, like he's going to be involved in the passing game.
Okay, guys. I was convinced this morning, but then I was just like y'all. I was thinking Brandon Cooks, but I'm going back to Bell. You're right. I need that floor, and I think he's got the best floor. You're right. So thanks for the help.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Appreciate
it. Have a good weekend. Good luck.
Good luck this week.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.
Happy New Year.
All right. So I am going to ask George where he's podcasting from before we get to these questions, because Bob Gilchrist said you must have hit the lottery because of where you're podcasting from.
So I do this I did this a couple of times last year. I figured I'd bust it out today. I am actually on my back porch. So
that's why
the view
sucks.
from the back porch here. I'll turn it around. There's the backyard. I don't know if you'll be able to see them right on the other side of me. Where is he? My dogs are back there somewhere. There's one. I got another one just up against the enclosure here. But yeah, I'm podcasting from the back porch right now. Yeah, I figured it was nice this morning. I was running late, so I took a couple extra minutes to set up on the back porch.
Well, do me a favor, George. Open up a window and let some of that Wi-Fi through.
I actually got the no joke. I've got the sliding glass door cracked a little bit to try to boost the signal here.
I don't think that's how that works, but you know what? It's a good joke anyway. All right, so Dana says PPR flex, Cup or Melvin Gordon.
I'm going to go Melvin Gordon with the news that what's his name? Philip Lindsay's out for this game.
Yeah.
Give me the full workload of Melvin Gordon.
I think he would probably be the more consistent option even if Lindsay were playing. So definitely.
Well, it's a revenge game, right?
Always that narrative.
So Russell Wilson or Jalen? I mean, listen, we're talking about what's his name down in Jacksonville having a revenge game starting against the Bears.
Allen Robinson.
That's Jacksonville trying to play for Trevor.
Well, so Allen Robinson's got a revenge game against the Jaguars, but Mike Glennon's got a revenge game against the Bears.
Right. Like he has any kind of revenge or vengeance against the team that gave him a shot.
It's not even a shot. They gave him $18 million to sit behind Trubisky.
Right.
Good. Yeah. Give me that kind of revenge. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson or Jalen Hurts?
It's Hurts for me. That sounds insane. I know it sounds crazy, but
it hurts.
I mean, Russell Wilson is consistently one of the best quarterbacks in fantasy football, but Hurts does have a juicy matchup, and he's playing for his starting position for next season. He's playing to get Wentz pushed out. Like, he's got a lot on the line for a team that doesn't have anything on the line. So And I love Hurts. I really do. Like if this kind of man crush continues to grow, I might have to get a jersey.
All right, so I heard George down there say Hurts. That's going to be all three of us. I'm going to say Hurts as well. And before I jump into the next question, go ahead, George.
Yeah, the Eagles are playing. The Eagles are still in playoff contention. So they, as bad as their record is, like they can still make the playoffs and win that division.
Yeah, but none of those four
they
teams
do have something to play for.
The only thing that any of those four teams have to play for is another week without.
Yeah, another week off. Oh man,
this is true.
You know, it depends on who they play because I could see Washington beating a team like the Bears. I could even see a team like Washington beating the Bucks week 1 if they're playing in Washington. So I could see Washington win a playoff game. It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. All these other teams don't seem right, but they're going to beat each other up enough that Washington might actually not make it.
Well, if Washington beats Carolina today, then they might have their chance because they face the Eagles in Week 17.
Yeah. So Minnie Jordan 718 says, "Good morning. PPR choose a flex: Deontay Johnson, DJ Moore, or Singletary."
I'm going to go Deontay here.
Yeah, DJ Moore's been too inconsistent. Singletary has moss growing on his back. Yeah, probably Deontay.
I was tempted to say DJ Moore, but it would sound like I'm just doing that to pick opposite of you guys. So I'll say Deontay Johnson. I love them both. I do. I love them both. Just to be honest with you guys, they're both. I'd like to find a way to play both of them, but Deontay Johnson for me. And remember, you can give us a call at 205-797-5337 or 205-79-SLEEP. Jump in ahead of everybody, unless I just ignore Mike's private chat where he says we have a call, and then you'll be behind everybody else just because I'm not paying attention. So, Minnie Jordan 718, Colts, Texas, Eagles, Chargers defense. Who's tempted to take the Colts here?
Not with this group. I think I'm going to go Chargers.
Chargers against the Broncos.
Yeah.
George?
I like that.
I'm not playing the Texans. I'm not playing the Eagles. Who your Colts got this week, Justin?
The Steelers.
The Steelers. I'm going to go Chargers. I don't respect the Steelers one game, but I still think that they can get it done through the air.
Yeah, I had the same process.
That's the same thing for me as well. So let's see. We've got Minnie Jordan 718, Goddard or Jonnu?
For personal reasons,
Goddard here.
Yeah, for personal reasons, I'm sticking with Goddard because Jonnu has burnt me too much this season.
I agree. Like he's going to come out and have a great game just because we're all saying Goddard after saying I've said Jonnu so much that I can't say him again. So I'm going to say Goddard here as well. Mini Mall Impact.
Has there been a more disappointing tight end this year?
Blake Darwin.
Yeah. I mean, minus injury because I was going to say Howard.
Injury, right?
Yeah.
Njoku. How comfortable are you with Gibson this week? I have him in over Hilton right now, half PPR. So the tough thing for me here is I'm not a big fan of Hilton against that Steelers secondary either. So, but I'm not comfortable with Gibson at all this week. I don't know how big of a workload he's actually going to get. I know they're playing for a spot, so they're going to try and get the best people in, but I don't know if he's ready and healthy, and McKissick's been playing well, so I don't know that they force him. So, I mean, I guess I start Gibson over Hilton because I'm not a fan of Hilton against the Steelers, but if I'd like to see what else you have as far as options.
Yeah, it goes back to the old cop-out statement for me. If you need the high ceiling, if you need a big boom player to have a shot at winning, then I'm going to go with Gibson. But if safe floor is what you're after to not lose, then probably T.Y. Hilton.
I'm going to go with Hilton. Hilton for me.
Okay. All right, and like I said, I do Gibson. I'm not a fan of Hilton this week, so I guess Gibson. But Minimal, if you're watching, let me know what else you have. PPR flex, Cup, Melvin Gordon, or Pollard. Did we do this one already?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Oh, she added Pollard.
Yeah, I don't remember Pollard being in there, but it doesn't change anything for me. It's still Melvin Gordon because we don't know how much Zeke's actually going to play to eat into him. So I'm going to go with Gordon, and then of course Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, same.
It might just be another team because all of our teams are stacked like that. So
yeah, this one's tough. Repeat says Scary Terry's out and he's been sitting my second flex all year. Here's the dilemma: Kareem Hunt or Logan Thomas. Man, it's hard not to play Logan Thomas, but I think I got to go with Kareem Hunt this week.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to be the wide receiver 1 this week for the Browns against the Jets.
And man, it's hard not to play. I mean, who's in your tight end spot that's taking the spot over Logan Thomas? I mean, I hope it's Gronk with his 2 touchdowns this week, but
could be Gronk, Kelsey, Waller.
I don't want to talk about Gronk, man. I took Gronk out at the last minute with 3 minutes to go. I took Gronk out, and this was before the news with the Browns, though. So I took him out and threw in Austin Hooper. So, I mean, there's still potential since all the receivers are out now, but he got that first touchdown on that first drive, and I was already sick. Like, man. It's a big money league.
Listen, he had the GOAT throw him a touchdown, and of course I'm talking about Blaine Gabbert.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
I do have to throw out his second post was he already has Chubb as his running back 1. Does that dissuade you from playing Hunt? Like, I think they're both playable. I say do it.
Yeah, you can play both at the same time.
I do want to know who's in your tight end spot, though. If he hasn't already played, I can't see how you'd bench Logan Thomas at this point. So we talked about Bob Gilchrist and talking about George's backyard. So what
that towards for top money? I moved.
Stop it! Don't even throw that out there in the universe.
If he moved, it's because she kicked him out to the back porch.
Yeah, because did you end up buying those prizes? By the way, the ones you texted me at midnight.
I did bid on the Swift jersey. I got outbid last second and didn't have my phone on me to get the notification.
I got to tell you, I am in vacation mode. So George is texting me at like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I'm off for the next week from work. So I accidentally left my phone in my car and didn't even notice till this morning. That shit never happens. I am never without my phone, but I'm actually on vacation. So had no idea he even sent me a message. All right. So Ron does things. I want to get into what kind of thing. I mean, he's at the Gaylord, so that's at least one of the things he does. What are you guys doing with Keenan Allen? I can pivot to either Pittman Jr., Tyron, or Curtis Samuel. My opponent played Breeze against my Kamara, so he definitely needs safe floor.
I'm going to go Curtis Samuel here. If you're looking for safe floor, I think Curtis Samuel has the safest floor of everybody he listed. I love Keenan Allen. I've been a Keenan Allen fan from day one, but he burnt me in a league last week, and I managed to move on, but just barely. And I'm not playing him in the finals this week. I've already benched him in that league.
Yeah. I like that. I like that call. And with Keenan Allen, there was a point last night where Yahoo was reporting that Keenan Allen is not going to play. And then all of a sudden, Ian Rappaport this morning is saying that he does have a chance to play. And last week, we played the same game with him, and I started him in a league that almost cost me because of his poor performance because of the injury. So, if you're wanting safe floor, I don't think that's Keenan Allen. I like the Curtis Samuel call.
Yeah, it's amazing how that team has gotten the most out of Curtis Samuel. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of spread him out. That's a creative play caller there with talent, with unconventional talent.
They just had to add more receiving options for him to do better.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Okay, so Dare Go Dat Man says, I'm going to win this week. That's the confidence I like. Should I play Davis in PPR or get cute with Elliott?
So I don't
offer the same floor.
Yeah, I don't think that it's necessarily getting cute. I think you're looking at a tough option, really. But I think I'm probably going to stick with Davis just because it's the one that we know is the healthy option. Like something could with Elliott's calf, he might come out and play 2 drives and he's out. So
And Pollard showed he's capable. So it's not like the Cowboys, who are still thinking they may make the playoffs, if they get up, they may think, well, let's rest Elliott and see if we can get him healthy for the next couple weeks. So I like that. I'd stick with Davis. All right, Bob Gilchrist is laughing at George for Bob Gilchrist is laughing at George. Yeah. Dana. Yeah, Dana says Poochies. I don't know if she's talking about our guts or the actual dogs that George has.
Probably the dogs.
Probably the dogs. She hadn't seen our guts yet. There go that man said, so since you are on Hurts, should I play Hurts over Rodgers? Rodgers laid an egg for me last week, and Hurts would have taken me to the ship. There is no way I'm benching Aaron Rodgers.
Not against the Titans. You don't bench Aaron Rodgers.
Nope.
Yeah, that is
now,
not a
let me ask
thing.
you this: so it's in Lambeau. They're expected to have snow. They're expecting to be a snow game. So does that? Are you guys taking that into account, or still staying on Rodgers?
I think Rodgers knows how to play in the snow by now.
I think so as well.
I appreciate the devil's advocate there, but yeah, I'm still starting Rodgers.
Yeah.
Same here. Same.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a repeat from earlier, but he's giving us all. I think he's giving us all the options.
Okay.
PPR need 2 wide receiver and a flex. So this is what we were talking about earlier, but he asked the question kind of odd, so we didn't know how to answer. Need 2 wide receiver and a flex. AJ Brown, Beasley, Higgins, QT, Gage, Tyron Johnson, Marvin, Hall, Mooney, Mike Davis, Gibson. All right. So for me, it's AJ Brown and Beasley, right, guys?
Yeah.
Kind of debating between Beasley and QT, but I think I'm probably gonna stick with Beasley as well. That's a tough call though.
So now he needs a flex. Are you taking Mike Davis or Gibson over QT? Because I guess that'd be the one where you'd be.
No, I'd still stick with Mike Davis. I think he's the safest floor here.
Yep.
George, same.
I just want to know if we can get our. I'm gonna go with Mike Davis. I just want to know if we can get our friend from North Carolina to read this question.
Yes, please.
Because of the QT.
Just the entire. I want to hear him read the entire question with all the names.
If he's still listening, maybe he'll call back. We'll get him to read it for us. I like his accent. Listen, I love a good accent. It's
I do too.
Of any kind.
You know what my problem is? I have this bad habit of adopting the accent of whoever I'm talking to.
I noticed that when we were talking to him. That was hilarious.
And not even full on, but I just can't help it. If I'm talking to somebody who's got that New York accent, I slip into a little bit. Like, I'm from Florida, so we don't have an accent, so I just take everybody else's. Yeehaw. All right, minimal impact. It's for my 4th flex spot. Gibson, Hilton, Snell, or Tim Patrick.
4th flex spot? I want in that league. That sounds awesome.
I'm going Snell here.
Yeah, see, that's why I wanted you to ask the question. That's why I wanted you to give us your options, because I didn't like Gibson and I didn't like Hilton. I do like Snell against the Colts, but it's against the Colts. I'm still taking Snell.
So, I mean, is James Conner just not playing now?
I mean, has he played? I don't know. Let me look up James Conner.
No, the coach came out. The coach came out and said that Snell's. No, that's a good point too.
Yeah, I think.
No, he's good to go.
The coach has come out and said that Snell's going to get more touches,
but Connor's good to go.
I don't know. I've got too much faith in my Colts defense against the Steelers today, so I'm gonna steer away from the question probably because I'm a little bit biased right now. But I mean, if you absolutely need my opinion here, I guess I'm probably going to go with T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like T.Y. Hilton against Pittsburgh though.
You're right. I don't really like the Steelers.
Any of these guys. I'm sticking with. Okay, so you're sticking with T.Y. Hilton. I'm sticking with Gibson. George you got to pick one of those two. He's got to pick one of the two that we. Well, I guess.
Yeah, that's not fair. Why then? Because then I should have to pick one of your two.
Yeah,
I think we need Mike if he's still around.
Mike, where you is?
Changing diapers.
Okay, he's changing diapers. We'll come back to it.
Need you.
We'll come back to it, Minimal. We'll give you an answer here when Mike can come back. Oh, there he is. Uh-oh. So we need either Gibson, Hilton, or Snell. One of those three. And I will be right back while you answer that question.
I'm going to say T.Y. Hilton for me. The other two guys just kind of let down. I might know Benny Snell went off last week, but that was the first week he's actually done anything of any kind of measurable good. So for me, I'm going to have to avoid that. I'm going to have to say Hilton for me.
Hey, Mike, I have to ask, where are you at right now? Because this is a different setup from you for you as well. Like typically, you and I are in different locations today. Where are you at? I missed the beginning of the show here.
I'm at my house, man. This is my new setup. My girlfriend decked me out for Christmas, and she said you look very unprofessional sitting on a chair like that. So she went.
So now we got to get Jason out of the bed on Friday nights, and then we'll be all right.
Then we're gonna be in business.
We got Mike's got a new setup. I'm on the back porch. Justin's got a decked out setup behind him. If we could only get Jason out of bed.
Yeah, that's the trick right there. That's the trick. He even actually has a new background today. So, guys, with that, we got a phone call. So, caller, you're on with the Blitz. What's your name? Where are you from?
Yo, what's up? This is Chirp, man.
Chirp. What's happening, man?
What's up, Chirp?
Hey, man, shoot. What up? What up? I'm trying to make it over here to this fantasy glory.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, so my question I have, well, first of all, before I can get started, because I'm trying to find out for a flex, but in order to give y'all the selection I have, this is off of the Yahoo League. What filter do I need to set the way I can give y'all who I need? Because I did have Rashard Higgins, and since he got the COVID list, I was trying to pick up somebody, and I want to mess this up. So I want to give y'all the best option that's available for my league. But when y'all do y'all sorting, how do y'all usually do your sorting?
You mean as far as free agents go?
What's the name?
You mean as far as
when you sort your?
Go ahead, George.
Well, yeah, like so. If you're looking to pick somebody up, what setting are you using? Like, do you go by projected points? Do you go by most points scored? What setting are you using?
Yeah, right now it's set on for like what the week 16 projections are, and so I don't know if y'all usually do like a certain one that y'all usually do to help. I mean, I know you probably know the names and already who's good to go, but as a caller, like if I'm going to give you the information of who's available, by who, that's what I want, so that y'all can give me a well-informed answer on that aspect.
Well, part of the problem is that you actually had the right process to begin with. You went through and you chose whoever was playing the Jets. But unfortunately, that didn't work out for you this week because they're all on COVID. But for me personally, the first thing I like to do is if I really have a tough decision and I need to get a free agent, I'm going to look at three different things. If we're talking wide receivers, I'm gonna look at matchups, like who has the best matchups between, like I'd say a top 4, top 5 matchup. Then I'm going to look at targets for the wide receivers over the last few weeks. I don't look at the entire season. I just look at the last few weeks because teams change as the season change. And then I'm going to look at that individual player's personal matchup. So I'm going to try to do some Google searches and see, is this person playing a really good defensive back? Like, is he going to be the number 3, the slot receiver going up against linebackers, that sort of thing. I'm going to look for who I think is going to have the best one-on-one matchup. If I'm looking at running backs, then it's much the same, except instead of not just targets, I'm also going to look at carries. And also you can go to, I don't know if you guys really like for us to shout out other websites, but playerprofiler.com is usually really good about keeping up on share opportunities. So I'll look at a running back's share opportunity, and if they're getting a much larger share of the touches in that for that team than another running back option or a wide receiver option, then I might go with that running back. So there's a lot that goes into it. Like I don't typically just look for a free agent at 12:30 for a 1:00 game. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking all week just in case something happens and COVID pops up. I already have somewhat of an idea of who I'm going to go out and pick up if something happens.
Yeah, I think in this situation, if you're looking to see who we would select, just based on who's available, projected points is fine, and then switch over to, so the way I would typically do it in this instance where you're just looking for a quick answer, projected points, because it's the only week that matters. Like projected points typically in a season, you're not looking for one, earlier in the year, you're not looking for just a guy who can get you 1 week. You may be looking for, you're dropping somebody and you're potentially looking for somebody who you can have week after week after week. So it's matchup first, but like I would look at projected points because it's this week is the only one that matters. And then I may look at the trend for that player over the last several games. So I would look at total points and see if it's happened recently. But I think because it's this week and you're only looking for 1 week and you need an answer right now, I think projected points is a good place to start, and we can just go down the list.
Okay. So, like I said, just a quick one I found out. I just wanted to hurry up, and I picked up who did I pick up? Tyron Johnson, and for that flex spot. But I'm still not quite sure. So who's available right now underneath for the flexes is P. Ryan, Claypool, DJ Chark, who is that? Marvin Hall, Myers, and D. Mooney, Gallup, and Rager. And I think those are pretty much the top. I'm not going to go through every single one of them person that's on that underneath the flex spots there.
Is it PPR?
Yeah, I'm kind of. Oh, I'm sorry. This is standard 14-team non-PPR.
I think I'm going to stick with Johnson because I'm just not confident that Keenan Allen is going to play to his full potential. I think you had the right process when you picked him up, and I think you should trust your gut.
The only other intriguing name for me on that list, and he's fallen off a little bit as of late, but Chase Claypool. He's got in a standard, he's got touchdown upside. But I think that, so for me, I think I'm saying Chase Claypool. I think of the guys that we saw on that list in a standard, I think that's the name. And we just lost George to break the tie. He apparently his internet fell off.
I can add another tie too. I like Darnell Mooney's
Claypool, and he dropped him. So he's basically waived until the 30th. So I can't actually pick him up. So
he blocked you. Okay, so then that makes it easy. If you can't have Chase Claypool, I'm gonna go and go with what Justin said there with Tyron.
Okay, I could do that. And then the situation between I just came in, I had a chance to listen, and so I didn't hear. That was one of the questions I was going to ask about with Gibson, because I have Gibson and I have McKissick, and I just seen that I guess he's possibly trending towards coming back in this week, but I don't know. Do I want to put him in there? Because I don't know how he's going to really how does his injuries with turf toe, like when a player gets back from that type of injury, are they usually pretty much back to how they were before? Or, I mean, like if it's something with the knee or something, then, you may have to work your way back in there.
Yeah, I got the fat guy's equivalent of turf toe about 10 years ago, and I still haven't completely gotten over it. That thing, it's rough. So, I mean, there was no turf involved. It was just a lot of walking back and forth to the refrigerator. But I don't think that I'm going to trust Gibson. I think I gotta. I don't like trusting especially a running back with a foot or lower leg injury. When they haven't really missed that many games for that kind of an injury, even though it's a juicy matchup. But McKissick he had a decent floor even when Gibson was playing. So I think I'm still going to stick with McKissick here.
Yeah, and I'm with you there. That's exactly what I was going to say. Even when Gibson was at 100, right, and he had a stretch of games that were very good. McKissick still had a very safe 10-point. I think a 10-point floor. He's somewhere in there where he was still catching 4 or 5 passes. I think even when Gibson was playing, he was the number 3 pass receiving back in the league. So I like McKissick's floor over the fact that you could have a Gibson boom, just because like Justin said, those toe injuries can linger. He could be 100% healthy, but like re-injure the toe in a couple of drives in. So I'm high on McKissick this week. I think you should be too. George, you got network down there?
So I will say it looks like Alex Smith.
My internet is back up.
This says Alex Smith is trending in the wrong direction, like he may not play. So that kind of affects it a little bit because he loved to target McKissick. So it's closer, but I think I'm still going to stick with McKissick. But I just thought I'd throw that out there, kind of temper your expectations a little bit.
All right, we'll see. Hopefully, my opponent, his squad, they didn't do too hot yesterday. He's got a majority of his team going, so I think I can do a roll of the dice and keep McKissick in there and see what we got.
You got this.
So, oh yeah. Fortunately, we are one of those. This is my semi, so next week is the championship. So I'm in that next to last round.
Man, boo to week 17 championships, but I'm glad you're gonna make it.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Appreciate it. It's all the help of y'all, man, and definitely on the I keep up with y'all on the Sleeper Wire app, so it's always interesting to see the commentary. But I do a lot of talking on there, and a lot of fans that utilize that they help in making decisions too. So appreciate all y'all and appreciate them as well.
Well, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for listening this year. Thank you for calling in today, and good luck and Happy New Year.
Most def. Happy New Year to y'all.
Have a good one. All right, so George is back. George's internet is like Christian McCaffrey. It can't stay on the field, but hopefully we can just get one game out of you, and we'll see.
So listen, if you're going to get one game, you want the one in the championship week, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely. So Dirty Job says, Dirty Job asks if I want to see a semi this week, and the answer is no.
So Jason, real quick, update from people who are officially active. Daniel Jones, hopefully nobody's starting him. Allen Robinson, there was Tyreek Hill is playing, and so is Marquise Brown. Officially inactive. We already knew about James Robinson and Mark Ingram, which I don't think anybody was relying on Mark Ingram. But that James Robinson one hurts a lot of people.
Yeah, James Robinson not getting the Pro Bowl is a huge snub. That is some bullshit.
Oh, huge snub.
And since they're not actually playing the Pro Bowl game, he's not going to get in because the first 4 people opt out.
Right, exactly. So our good buddy Al, DJ Please, says he was knocked out in the first round at work. Just saying, what up, homies? Merry Christmas or holiday. Be safe. Get a dub for me this week. We got a dub just because you messaged in, Al. It's always good to hear from you, buddy. It's Al's one of the good guys who calls us and talks to us every week. So thank you, Al. Let's see. Getting past Justin, PPR Hines or Mike Davis, and then Higgins or Claypool.
I wonder if it's a PPR.
It looks like 2 separate questions, though.
Yes.
So Hines or Mike Davis? I'm gonna say Mike Davis.
Yeah, they've been using Jonathan Taylor the way that they should have been all season, so I'll agree with that.
Yep. Same.
And then Higgins or Claypool?
Hmm.
I'm gonna say Claypool just because I don't trust the Bengals throwing the ball without with their quarterback out. But hey, did you guys know that Bed Bath & Beyond says I only have a couple more days to use my last coupon? That's what that buzz was.
Yeah, actually, I did know that.
Freaking, you know how much I love that Bed Bath & Beyond. George, what do you think, Higgins or
Who
Claypool?
doesn't love Bed Bath & Beyond?
Probably like Macy's.
You like
I'm
our
going to go
champion?
Claypool. Higgins, what? I mean, he's still getting the targets. Higgins is still getting the targets. Like since week 12, he's gotten five targets for 5 receptions, 8 for 5, 8 for 5, 6 for 3. So he's getting the targets. It's just he's not really getting the yardage or the touchdowns with them. But I think I'm going to go with Higgins here.
All right. So
we have
think
one
he's due.
Claypool and one Higgins.
we do.
Yeah,
All right. It's
you're welcome.
It's ugly, and I'd like to see what's on the free agent market, but I think I'm probably going to go with Claypool here. Even though I'm down on the Steelers this week, I think he's going to get. I think the opportunity he's going to get is going to be equal to Higgins, but he has a quarterback that's not completely dead yet, so he might be able to do something.
All right, and the next one we have is it's literally a Mike question. So I hope Mike is here. Rodrigo Blankenship or Kai Fairbairn? I don't know how to say that, but Fairbairn. Aimi.
You hop
Mike?
on my ship, buddy. If it's the day of the championship
I
and
don't
you're
think Mike
asking
is
what
paying
the
attention.
is ship, you have to do it. You have
That's a
to
good
do
point. So you're playing Blankenship over Fairbairn.
it. All day, every day. All day, every day myself. I don't know about you guys, but I got to play a guy with the name Ship on championship day.
Hey Mike, just so I know, who does Blankenship play for?
I don't know.
I just had to Google it. It's the Colts.
I was going to guess
the Colts.
Just-
Hell yeah, it's the Colts.
Yeah, I'm with. I didn't want to put you out there by yourself, but like I literally just had to Google it because I knew who Fairbairn played for, but I had no idea who Blankenship played for because I don't follow the Colts.
But you at least knew who Blankenship was because of the glasses and the scrawny arms and all that, right?
No, I had no clue. It's
Like
a kicker.
he's the epitome of the type of person that gives everybody the feeling that they could play in the NFL. Like he gives everyone a chance.
I am looking at this picture now. Hold on. We're going to bring this up. So in case you haven't seen this dude, I'm going to go ahead and bring him up because, yeah, you're right. Like, if this guy can play in the NFL, I can play in the NFL.
Exactly. Now, I will say, as a Colts fan, I'm probably going to start Kai Fairbairn in this situation because they're playing against the Bengals. Houston is at home against the Bengals. So I would imagine that the weather's going to be pretty nice there in that dome. So the Colts are playing in the cold at Pittsburgh. I just feel like there's going to be more extra points for the Colts and more field goals for Houston. So I'm going to go with Fairbairn here. As much as I love Blankenship, I do love Blankenship.
So there's Blankenship. And I'm going to see if I can find a better noodly armed picture of him.
Well, also, those aren't even the glasses that he wears while he's kicking. And he does wear glasses, not contacts, and they look like goggles.
Oh, and I'll just bring up the Google search of him because it is not good. It is just not good. Hold on. We're going to work through this because you guys have to see that this guy is actually –
But I've heard a lot of local interviews with the guy. He is a solid dude. He's hilarious.
So if you guys can see what I've got going on right now, that one in the top right corner, that is not an NFL player. That's a band member who got a jersey somehow.
He's a kicker number 98.
He should not be able to have a defensive line number. That is just not right. Some of the best defensive linemen. Oh, man. Okay. Anyway, we're derailed. I'm going to get us back on the rail. I don't know what that was.
That was the sound of the Blankenship coming in.
That was the train coming off the rails.
The Blankenship coming in. I love it.
The Blankenship is coming in. Wow.
So since we're off the rails, guys, does it look like George is in one of those because of the light behind him? George looks like we're hiding him in an interview for like we're asking him questions. We just need to modulate his voice. George is one of those guys that is in witness protection giving a statement.
Actually, I would start Chris Carson in this situation, guys.
I mean, honestly, it's a huge improvement from normal, but Jesus, I can't that's great.
I'm trying to get like a comfortable location on this porch to where the light and the angles are working, and I just can't get one.
No, this one works. You're good.
Witness protection, George.
There's no.
Oh man, this is perfect. I love it. All right. Okay, so Francis Ventura, witness protection, George. All right, need to RB: J.K. Dobbins, Gio, Pollard, and Snell.
I would start J.K. Dobbins and Snell.
Oh,
no, I would do Dobbins and Gio.
That's where I kind of was leaning to Dobbins and Gio.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Bengals are playing that vaunted Texans defense. Shaquem Banks, PPR, start 2, Beasley, Cup, McKissick.
Beasley and Cup. Let's not get cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say Beasley and McKissick, but...
Just because Gibson is back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you're right. So Beasley and Cup. And then one more. We've got Shaquem Banks saying Houston Bills or Rams. Houston Bills or Rams. I'm saying the Bills here. Against the Patriots who can't throw the ball.
Yeah. It's a division game, but yeah, go to Bills.
I mean, Houston, we just talked about how great Houston's defense is. I know it's world beating.
Yeah.
And then the Rams
I was thinking the Rams, to be honest. Like my first thought was Rams.
Russell Wilson's had a couple of bad games, and the Rams really exposed him the first time they played. But
the Rams always play the Seahawks great. Like, for some reason, there's teams that just have other teams' number, and for some reason, that Rams always has the number of the Seahawks.
And then we got a note from Mike in our private chat where he says "let," and I'm not sure. Oh, let's bust through Thrive picks. There it is. He finished it up. Okay, so Thrive picks. Mike, do you want to jump on and do some Thrive picks? Or were you ready for me to actually say that, or I'm doing it too soon?
I've got them all pulled up right here. For anybody who's not familiar with Thrive, it's you pay, you get in there. You picking over and unders. You got 20 separate options on the list of people to pick from, and you get to pick 10 of those, and then you have a couple of ice picks on there as well, just in case you got players that don't play. So we're going to start out, guys. We're going to do who are you going to take in this, or what are you going to take in this one? We got Wayne Gallman, 53.5 total rushing yards. Are we taking the over or the under?
Against the Ravens, I'm taking the under.
Yeah, I'm going under.
Yeah, I'll say under.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes, the over or under 22.5 total completions.
How many?
Over.
22.5.
I'm going to say over, but that's tough because he could complete 4 passes, get 4 touchdowns against the Falcons, and then shut it down. So I'm going to say over, but
yeah, you make a valid point, and that's why I'm going to say under.
Okay, we're going to lean the under because it's worth more points. So we got Baker Mayfield over or under 1.5 total passing touchdowns.
Holy shit. I'm
going to go over.
You think he's going to get 2 with no wide receivers, George?
Yeah, I think he'll get 1 to Kareem Hunt and 1 to Austin Hooper.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
It
probably
is
worth a
good.
lot of points. I'm gonna say over.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'll say over.
Actually, the under is the heavier touchdown, but definitely take the over on there because I think you can throw 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor over under half a rushing touchdown. So will he score a touchdown or not?
Over.
Over.
Consensus over. If George was going to respond there, George probably said
Over.
something, but they muted him. The FBI is pretty good about making sure George shuts up. We got Allen Robinson over under total 77.5 receiving yards.
Against the Jaguars, I'm going over.
I was watching George's name change, so I missed it.
I'm going over Allen Robinson at 77 against the Jaguars.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
gonna
going
break
way
100.
over on Allen Robinson. Easy.
I'm facing Allen Robinson in 2 championships. It's definitely going to be way over.
Way over. Isn't that funny how that works? Terry McLaurin being out today, so that'll make him an ice pick. We got Teddy Bridgewater, 2.5 total passing touchdowns plus interceptions.
Oh, so
Under.
wait. He has to have a total of 3 touchdowns and interceptions.
Combined, correct.
Combined?
Yeah, I'm going over.
Yeah.
Oh, over.
Yeah, over.
That seems like a gimme against Washington.
I agree. Jared Goff over or under 272.5 passing yards.
Over.
Over against the Seahawks.
Over. Derrick Henry over or under 117.5 total rushing and receiving yards.
I'm going to
Against
go.
the Packers.
Who are they playing?
Packers in Green Bay.
I'm going to go under.
So if he gets his typical 5 receiving yards, it's 112 rushing yards. I'm gonna go with under.
I'm going to go with you guys. I don't think he gets a 95-yard screen. I think it's going to be tough running in the cold.
Absolutely. Okay, so we got Devontae Adams over or under 1 or so total half a touchdown. So will he score? Will he not?
Yeah, he'll score.
Yes.
He'll score. Heavily favored on the under. Yep, heavily favored on that one. Deshaun Watson total over or under 308.5 passing and rushing yards.
Under.
Passing and rushing. Against the Bengals?
Yep.
I'm going to go over.
I'll say over.
I'm leaning on the over on that one too. And then so our final 2, the ice picks, we got Lamar Jackson over or under total 197 passing yards.
Under.
Lamar Jackson over under what?
197.
7.5 passing yards.
Yeah, I'll go under. They're going to run the ball a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. And then the final one, Tyreek Hill over or under total 6.5 total receptions.
This one's tough because they're monitoring him with that hamstring injury. Which one pays out more?
The over.
Yeah,
And there's a reason for that. I'm doing the under.
Yep, same here.
I'm leaning on the under on that one as well. And guys, that is it for our Thrive picks of the day. So get in there, get on there, get on Thrive. Let them know that we sent you, and they'll give you double your bonus when you guys hop in there and double your deposit. So get on there, get on Thrive now.
What's the promo code?
The promo code is Sleepers.
So I've got to say, we're coming to the end of the show because we don't have any questions. First, I have to say I'm sad we didn't hear Curtis this week. I miss Curtis. He must not be in his ship or he must be working or something. So shout out to you, Curtis, for being here all week for us. And guys, I don't know if we're doing a show next week. I think we did last year for the week 17 guys. We did a short one. I don't know if we're doing one next week. We'll talk about it and post something on our Twitter, whether we're doing it or not. I do want to say thank you guys for making this a really successful year for the Sleeper Wire, but for the Blitz in general. We're probably the most popular. This is probably the most popular show on the Sleeper Wire network, and it's because we have such a dedicated followers of listening, whether it's Dana or Al or Bobby Pigskin or, like I said, just Curtis, Minimal Impact. You guys, there go that man, like you guys constantly week after week and you're bringing people in. And so from us to you, thank you for listening. Thank you for spreading the love. Thank you for paying attention when George drops out. Like you guys make the show what it is. I do want to also, much love, Mike. I do want to say, Dirty Jobs has been an amazing producer throughout the year. He's the one constant. George has had to be out because of work a lot this year. Hopefully next year Sundays will be a little more fixed for him. But he's been in a position where work's had to have him there. Then we missed weeks. We missed some time with Toys for Tots, and that's not going to go away. So the one main constant has been Mike, even throughout like he had a baby on a Thursday and didn't miss a beat. So Mike's the best producer in the business. I can't say enough how much I love Mike. Love having him here doing this with us. So thank you, Mike. And then we added Justin, later in the season. We've added Toilets for titles to Toilets 2 titles. They're collaborating with us on Sleeper Wire now. It's been an amazing pickup. Justin, it's been great to have you on. Thank you for stepping in when George and I have been out. And I don't really know what else to say besides we're going to have some great off-season content. We're still going to be doing Friday AMAs every week, which is great on Friday. That's been a great addition.
We're going to start those back on the 8th.
Yeah, back on the 8th. Yeah, we're not going to do it on New Year's for obvious reasons. But, for me, I want to say thank you to everybody for watching, listening, and just generally putting up with our nonsense. We did get a last-second question. So before I kick it over to George and Justin to say their bit, I'm going to jump. Blacktop 730 says Ito Smith or Hollywood Brown 2-point PPR. 2-point PPR. Holy shit.
Ito
for me as well.
Those 2 or 3 Hollywood catches aren't going to steer me away.
Yeah.
I think Ito might actually out-reception Hollywood.
It's possible. It's very possible.
So George, I'm going to kick it down to you. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I do. I am starting up a playoff challenge. Justin's already in it. Jason's already in it. Mike's going to be joining. He didn't know until just now, but he's joining. We're doing a playoff challenge. The rules of it is fairly simple. We're going to take each playoff team. You can pick one player per team. Fill out your roster of 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 4 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 2 flex. These are standard flex. They are not super flex. And basically each week as the playoffs go, you're going to lose players. And come Super Bowl Sunday, you'll have two players left on your team. And whoever has the highest total score at the end of the playoff challenge will win a autographed Amari Cooper signed jersey from Pristine Auction. So go ahead, Justin.
Go ahead. Sorry. Well, so I just wanted to throw out there, please make sure you pay attention to the rules. Every year we have to disqualify people because they decided to load their team up with Chiefs. And I get it. Like it's super tempting because they're great, but please make sure you pay attention to the rules on this. 1 player per team. That way you can stay qualified throughout the whole thing. Sorry, George, go ahead.
Nope, that's absolutely correct. You're going to have to start a player from the Miami Dolphins in this challenge.
I mean, maybe.
No, you're going to have to. Those are just the rules. There's 1 player per playoff team. If you have multiple, it's an automatic disqualification. It's only $10 to join, and 100% of that goes to Toys for Tots. This is actually our kickoff event every year for the following year for Toys for Tots. So everything that we get from this playoff challenge this year will be going towards Toys for Tots in 2021. So hit me up on Twitter at BFTGPod. Hit Jason up on Twitter at BFTGJason. You can get us both on the Sleeper app. I'm at BFTGEO. Jason's at, I think, is BFTG Dr. Mill.
Dr. Mill. Yep.
So hit us up. Hit up the Sleeper Wire show, and they can they'll get you all the information to get you in this challenges. It's do it every year. It's always a blast. And other than piggybacking on Jason for saying thank you for everybody for following us throughout the year. My schedule's been kind of rough the last couple of weeks. Big props to both Justin and Mike Fiala, who filled in throughout the back half of the year for us. Super, super appreciative. Thank you.
And then before I go over to Justin for his end of the year thoughts, we got another question, and I want to try and get everybody's questions answered for championship week. He's got a toughie in his flex, Hooper or JD McKissick, half-point PPR.
I think I'm going to go Hooper here.
I mean, just because of the threat that maybe Gibson plays a decent amount of time, I can agree with Hooper.
Yeah, I'd probably go with Hooper as well. And it's because there's nobody else to throw the ball to. So with that, Justin, what do you got to say at the end of the year this year? And I know it sounds like you need some water, so we'll make it short so you can.
I'm out.
Oh, there you go. You're out.
No, so I mean, I appreciate the opportunity for you guys to let me come on here and talk football with you guys towards the end of the season here. Just to throw it out there ahead of time, I'm hoping that we can extend this into next season, but we'll see if you guys still like me by then after an off season of back and forth. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I originally came on here because I had gotten to know George over this past year and actually kind of like the guy. I don't know why you guys pick on him so much, but
people are going to start thinking bad things of you, Justin. Don't do it.
But I've grown to like all of you. I appreciate it. But you guys are going to be able to start seeing me quite a bit more often from the sounds of it. I'm going to be starting up a whole new show through Moonlight and Outdoors that you can find on Facebook and YouTube. We believe that show is probably going to be called the Ball Handler Show, where we're talking all sports, really any type of sports of any kind, even the ones that don't handle balls. And we will we're actually trying to target some pretty high D level people to come on as guests. So like D minus, like not your normal typical fantasy football guest. So so I'm pretty excited about that.
About us, Justin, or not, but you're talking to an Olympic curling team in the making right now. Just saying.
Yeah, this is we are trying out for curling. That is happening.
Wow. You know what? Yeah, but that would make D minus level. Absolutely. You guys would be right there. So as a for instance, it's looking pretty solid that we're going to have the Ball State head football coach on the show for our first episode. So they did qualify for a bowl this year. So I'm pretty excited about this show. They've got a lot of resources over there that I'm going to be able to take advantage of. Also with Sleeper Wire, I know we haven't had time to really hash out details, but I believe there's going to be another show in the making for Sleeper Wire, or maybe they're using or going to show our Toylist and Titles show on the Sleeper Wire app. I'm not really sure how it all works, but you guys are going to see a lot more of me this next season. And hopefully even throughout the off season, because it starts getting interesting now for next season.
All right. Well, Mike, I don't know if you have anything else you'd like to jump on and say other than the fact that you got that beautiful baby girl. And
just one thing is that you guys have been amazing. It's been an awesome year. It's been an awesome season. Most of the people around here know that this is my baby right here is the Blitz, and I've just every single year it's just gotten bigger and bigger, better and better, and it's a lot to do with you and George and Jason. I mean, you guys just have crushed it. You guys have always crushed it. You've always been there. Always been a big fan of how you guys handle Toys for Tots, everything like that. I mean, it's an incredible team to be a part of. And Justin, yes, definitely. There's a lot of stuff in the works right now with this guy. We're going to be working on Toilets and Titles in the off season. We're going to come back as a bigger, stronger brand next year. It's going to be lights out, and you definitely don't want to miss it. You're going to want to stay tuned because we ain't going anywhere.
All right. So with all of that said, we are clear on questions. It is championship week. Guys, go out and get it. We're going to close this show out. Happy New Year. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Get a cab. All the things, Uber, Lyft, whatever you need.
Message George. He'll come give you a ride.
Yeah, listen, if you're in Florida and need a ride.
I might have witness protection.
Yeah. If you're in Florida and need a ride, call me or message me at BFTG Jason. I'll get your ride home. We don't need any of you guys getting hurt or dead. So be safe. Enjoy your New Year's, and we'll see you next week, maybe.